The most important thing about Skullduggery is that it's just a hell of a ride. One of the reasons that Hamlet has endured for, 500 years now, 400 years? It hits those things within us that we all deal with. We all deal with sort of an existential crisis. Why are we here? Why are these people around us impacting us like this? And I think what Skullduggery does is take those big ideas that are so ingrained in us and make them a really fun, cool evening.
Shakespeare was a populist. He wrote plays that the average person can enjoy at that time. That's what this play is. Whether you like musicals or you don't like musicals, you know Shakespeare or you don't know Shakespeare, this show is a show for the common man.
These are not your traditional musical theater songs. Michael Shaw Fisher and Michael Teoli brought their influences.
I'd say it all came really fast. I wrote the music really quickly.
Michael does the initial songwriting where he comes up with all the melodies and he records himself and he gives me that tape because I feel like when you hear the raw demos, I can really hear his intention. I listen to it and really flesh it out from there.
And he always goes to the ultimate level of commitment, and even this, he went further than that. There's not a lot of intellectualizing, at least on my end, what the music would be. It all came from the characters and the sort of demands of those emotional moments that the characters were experiencing scene by scene.
What is the first image that I think of when I think of Hamlet? Which is always when Hamlet is holding the skull of Yorick. And that was exactly where I started off with, was what do we know of Hamlet? And then what does that grow into? In addition to that, Scott and I have worked together on a few shows already.
I think we've been friends now for over 9 years. Sometimes you, as a director who's not a dancer, I don't quite know what the whole thing is. All I have to do is give her a few ideas.
We talked about the way that the gravediggers should move, and he was describing them as, they know what Fosse is, they understand what Fosse is.
They could kind of do the moves of Fosse, they just couldn't do them well, but they did them earnestly. So she took that and was able to literally create a language for the three gravediggers who act as our narrators throughout the entire show. That ability to interpret what I say and bring that to life and then take it further than I could have imagined, that's what Natasha Norman does.
I think that Scott is, if I'm the mother of this show, Scott is the father. He got so deep into every single scene, every single motivation. He's put more pressure on himself to get this right than I've ever seen. Every person's blood is on the stage as my blood was on the page.
In order to enjoy this show, you do not need to be a Hamlet scholar. Everybody knows to thine own self be true. Everybody knows to be or not to be. You know enough that you'll enjoy the show, I promise you.